Hello everyone, this is Win Boys. I'm so happy to deliver you Captain Udeka's writing. Today's topic is the spiritual hierarchy of Earth. Planets are evolving. Each planet has a different evolutionary path. The ultimate destination of planetary evolution is to be a star. Spirit souls can gain material experiences on stars, but in most cases, spirit souls make their journeys in the material world on planets. Spirit souls are implanted or transplanted into spiritual hierarchy of a planet to take a journey into the material world of the planet. Once they are put in the spiritual hierarchy of the planet, they cannot but join the evolutionary cycle of the planet. Then, the spirit souls come to have the same destiny with the planet. The spirit souls cannot freely leave the spiritual hierarchy of the planet, and they must share the fate of the planet. All conscious beings on planet, whether they exist in the material world or non-material world, have been implanted onto the planet through the planet's spiritual hierarchy. All living creatures on planet, from various plants to various animals, should live under the management and control by the spiritual hierarchy of the planet. The spiritual hierarchy of the planet acts as an immigration office for spirits and spirit souls. Through the spiritual hierarchy of a planet, new species of plants or animals are introduced. Plants or animals to get extinct in the planet should go through the planet's spiritual hierarchy to be transplanted onto other planets in the form of energy beings. In this way, the spiritual hierarchy of a planet makes the evolutionary roadmap of the planet and get involved directly in the evolution of the planet. However, the spiritual hierarchy of a planet is not directly engaged in the evolution of individual spirit souls. The spiritual hierarchy of a planet is in charge of the granting and retrieval of energies of the spirit soul back, which is a natural process in the process of life circulation. The evolutionary program of highly conscious creatures are under the management or control not by the spiritual hierarchy of a planet, but directed by government of heaven, the seventh or higher dimension, and their original spirits. When a spirit is born in the 16th dimension, the spirit is created to be optimized for the intrinsic energy spectrum of a galaxy and also that of a planet, where this spirit is to be implanted for its journey for the material experiences. Then they are implanted into the spiritual hierarchy of the planet. The spirit souls can be implanted into the spiritual hierarchy of a planet through the following three different ways. Firstly, when spirits are born in the 16th dimension, custom-made spirits can be created by being optimized for the energy spectrum of a planet and then are implanted onto the planet. This is the most common case. Secondly, in line with the evolutionary itineraries of spirit souls, some spirit souls may have to leave their own planets to immigrate to the most optimized planet for their evolutionary itineraries. In this case, they should acquire the approval of the spiritual hierarchy of the planet to which they want to immigrate. Then the planet becomes another home planet to the spirit souls. Thirdly, when a planet has a program to execute for the evolution of the planet following the planet's evolutionary roadmap, the planet temporarily allows various types of spirit souls whose energy spectra are different from each other to enter the planet. Once the project is over, those spirit souls should return to their own home planets. Earth is a planet prepared as an experimental planet and also as a seed planet. In the spiritual hierarchy of Earth, 3 types of spirit souls have been implanted or transplanted. Earth is the only multi-dimensional planet in the universe on which the diverse energies from the first dimension to the 18th dimension coexist. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth is alternatively called the Great White Brotherhood. The top leader of the Great White Brotherhood is belonging to the administrative group of the 15th level in the 13th dimension. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth is characterized by its large organizational structure and also diversity in the types of spirit souls. As Earth is a planet prepared as a seed planet for the 7th major cycle of the grand universe, Earth is an arena of competition of energies and an exhibition center of energies, where various energies in the universe are gathered. In fact, the spiritual hierarchy of Earth is very crowded, where the energies of all dimensions enter and exit. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth has widely opened its door in order to carry out the Terra project compared to the other spiritual hierarchies. Thus, many young spirit souls have been implanted into this spiritual hierarchy from other spiritual hierarchies, and old spirit souls and high-dimensional spirits have also been implanted on a large scale. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth is unique in that the implanted high-dimensional spirits who originate from the world of Taeguk, the 13th to 15th dimension, and Muguk, the 16th to 18th dimensions, have the high cosmic ranks that the top leader of the spiritual hierarchy of Earth. In this regard, the spiritual hierarchy of Earth is the only one in the universe, which has so many different living creatures as a multi-dimensional planet. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth is one of the most exoteric spiritual hierarchies in the universe. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth has opened its door to various alien living creatures physically. In other words, alien creatures have been permitted to enter or exit Earth by using their spaceships. However, once these alien creatures have died on Earth, their spirit souls have been forced into the spiritual hierarchy of Earth very strictly. The spirit souls from the alien planets who massacred and tormented the people on Earth in the process of ruling and controlling Earthmen have strictly prohibited from leaving the spiritual hierarchy of Earth, so that they have not been able to return to their home planets even after their physical death. Spirit souls have all their own spiritual hierarchies to which they belong. Spirit souls have planets that are optimized for their own material experiences. It is the law of the universe that spirit souls repeat the cycle of life and death through the reincarnation system operated by the spiritual hierarchies of their own planets, achieving their own evolution. When conscious living creatures die, its spirit, soul, back energies are separated. Each energy of spirit, soul, and back goes back to the spiritual hierarchy of a planet and its physical body, or its corpse returns to the material elements on the planet. It is the law of the grand universe. The spirit, soul, back of dead creatures stays in the fifth dimensional astral plane of a planet to have time for purification and healing, and then continues its evolutionary journey through reincarnation. If a creature dies on a planet other than its home planet, its spirit, soul, back is retrieved to the spiritual hierarchy of the planet, where the creature died. Then, it is the general law of the universe that these retrieved energies of its spirit, soul, back energies should be transferred to their own spiritual hierarchy in coordination with the related spiritual hierarchies of two planets. There were alien living creatures who entered Earth without passing through the Earth's spiritual hierarchy. When these aliens died on Earth, their spirit souls were forced into the spiritual hierarchy of Earth without being transferred to their home planets by the strict rule of the universe. These spirit souls, who were forcibly enrolled into the spiritual hierarchy of Earth and unable to go back to their own planets, had to take the harsh fate of living on Earth that was not compatible well with their own energies, wearing a strange and uncomfortable coat called the body of human being, Homo sapiens. As a result of a series of measures for the Terra Project, the spiritual hierarchy of Earth has become more complex and diverse. The spiritual hierarchy of Earth will be reorganized after the Earth's dimensional ascension. The spirit souls that fit the evolutionary process of the planet Earth will remain on Earth. The spirit souls that do not fit into the evolutionary process of Earth will return to their own spiritual hierarchies or will be relocated to other spiritual hierarchies. The great number of spirit souls will be relocated into the spiritual hierarchy of Venus. As the Earth's dimensional ascension is achieved, the new Earth under the new heaven will be unfolded on the planet Earth. When Earth becomes a Zami one of the material universe, the Earth's spiritual hierarchy will be reorganized along with the changes of Earth. The Earth's spiritual hierarchy will be at the center of spiritual hierarchies of all the planets that exist in the grand universe. June 25th, 2018, Udeka writes. Translated by Winboys. Thank you for watching. See you next Monday. Bye.